Welcome back to the Clique 45 podcast with me, Oz, and my boy AY.
Yo.
And today, some of us aren't in a good mood after today. We don't need to know who it is.
Oh.
You can already see who it is. But I think we're not going to do any welcomes and no introduction. We're going to go straight into it today. Starting off with Man United versus Everton. 2-0 to Man United. Very strong game from Man United. Wan-Bissaka, I don't know how he missed that open goal. It was easier to score than miss it, to be honest.
He's not striking, he ain't got that technique.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you're a professional footballer, you've been working for that your whole life. You've got the whole goal.
This is Wan-Bissaka you're talking about.
Yeah, but you've got the whole goal to aim for. And what do you go and do? You miss it.
He didn't even take a touch. He took it first time. I don't know who he thought he was.
I think he panicked. I think that's what it was. He just panicked.
No composure. He lacks composure. I don't know why they're getting too hard on him. It was a tough miss. Personally, for me, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, he missed the open goal. But then I saw it, I was like, he took it first time.
No, it was tougher to
with
miss,
his weaker foot.
It was his weaker foot, yeah.
Mate, and he's a defender.
So?
Not a very good defender. He can hardly put a cross in. He's good at tackling. They call him Spider-Man for a reason. He's not going to... Yeah, that's difficult, bro. Don't say that. That's difficult.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair enough. I think another thing we need to look at, though, is the Man United midfield and the sort of attacking three that they need to go with, because it's not gelling. It's not working. Anthony on that right side, it's a bit hit and miss. Jadon Sancho can come in and he just doesn't really do it. I don't see what the formula could be for them. It's a bit of a weird one. Like, I don't know. Does Anthony... Do we need to start considering Anthony as a flop for this season?
Definitely, because... At the same rate, United fans were talking about Pepe being a flop, and Pepe scored more goals in his first season than Anthony has. He even scored more goals in the first season than Sancho did.
Well,
and they were getting on to Pepe. And Pepe scored against United. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If we want to have these uncomfortable discussions, United fans, we can sit on the table and have a chat. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against Anthony like that. When he was at Ajax, I never rated him. He's got more pimples on his face than he actually has goal attributes. Any goal contribution, there's more pimples on his face for that. Against Everton, he missed a bag full of chances. And if you're playing for a team of Man United's caliber and you're missing chances like
and
that.
And you're worth 100 million.
Bro, can you see what I'm saying? Can you see what I'm getting at now?
It's true. You can't
be missing chances like that, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%.
You can't be. I don't know why Ten Hag thought he was the solution to their problem.
I think just because he's a Ten Hag guy, he's come from his Ajax team. He's brought him and, Malacia from the Dutch league. And I just thought he saw them as sort of imprints that he could begin with. And I just don't think it's worked as well as he thought it. But yeah, I think there needs to be another rethink about the front three that they do. Like a striker is definitely needed.
They need a finisher.
Who do they need though? Is the question. Who would you recommend? Like, I'll take away the Arsenal biasness away from you right now. Like, say you're part of the Chelsea, Man United board. Sorry, who do you sign up?
No brainer. Harry Kane. Forget about it. Chuck whatever there needs to be at Harry Kane.
I agree.
Forget about it. 29 years of age, going to 30. He wants to break the Premier League highest goal scoring record. He wants to win a trophy. Get Harry Kane and forget about it.
Yeah.
I would say Osimhen as well, because they've got the money. But personally, if I was Osimhen, I wouldn't go to United.
I would stay another season at Napoli.
I wouldn't go to United. Yeah. I wouldn't go to United.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, that football club is just
I wouldn't go
too
to
much.
United.
Yeah, I agree personally. I'm not going to lie. Next game.
Let's talk, before we go to the next game.
Yeah, go on.
Everton, defensively, they were woeful.
Honestly, under a Sean Dyche team, I'm surprised that they were very open to getting counter-attacked as well as getting passes played through over the top.
Same thing.
All the time as well. It's so weird, but I don't get it. I really don't get it.
This guy, he's not a good player.
Who?
Chelsea made this guy who he is now. What's his name? The striker.
Who?
Everton's forward. The person that started up from for Everton that scored against Chelsea.
Ellis Sims.
Bro, that guy lacks everything that needs to lack in a striker. Yeah. I don't know why Koulibaly gave him a career. He's the only reason why he's starting for Everton, because he past Koulibaly.
Yeah, fair enough. But then again, Calvert-Lewin, I think he's still injured at the moment.
Calvert-Lewin ain't going to come back the same way he left.
Yeah, but that's always going to be obvious, because if you look at the way Calvert-Lewin has been for the past 2 seasons, he really hasn't been there. He's been non-existent. Richarlison was more important last season.
They needed a striker and they got Montpé.
Yeah, when you need goals, you go sign Mulpay. That just tells you that's just stupid.
Why would you sign such a guy like that?
It doesn't make sense. It's not a goal scorer.
Sean Dyche's got his work cut out for him, bro.
It does. Next season's going to be interesting who he's going to sign and whatnot.
Whether they stay up or not, they need real investment. They need
that's
to chuck
another question.
Out.
Exactly. Yeah, like I mean, this season, the relegation battle, we've said it so many times. It's difficult, so we'll see how they end up.
Very.
Exactly. Well, the next game we'll move on to is Brentford versus Newcastle. We can do this one very quick and easy. It was a 2-1 win to Newcastle, very standard win. But Anthony Gordon...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, your boy. If anything. I don't know if you saw when he came off, he was fuming. I don't know why he was fuming. He had an okay game. He created some chances here and there. His statistically, he doesn't look that bad when it comes to like how well he was on the pitch.
Does he not?
But what's that?
I said, does he not? He doesn't look that bad.
No, I don't think he looked that. He created some chances here
Face
and there.
value was shocking. Face value, just looking at the match, I caught glimpses of the match.
Yeah.
He was shocking.
Fair enough.
That's why they took him off.
Yeah, so when did he come on? Was it I want to say it was...
When did he come off?
Yeah, when did he come off?
He was lucky to even start that match.
Yeah.
That was a tough match
that was
for Newcastle.
Very tough. Yes, 100%. It's true.
He was lucky to start that match.
It's so true.
Because they conceded first.
I think he played 44 minutes of football.
Boy, that means you weren't effective.
He wasn't effective at all, apparently.
Who did he start instead of? Was it St. Maximin?
He came on for Jacob Murphy and then he came off in the 90 plus 5th minute. So he was on then off, and I think that's what just angered him, because he shrugged Eddie Howe off.
Yeah.
And then Eddie Howe had a little word on, and then the fans recording, like if you see the video going around on Twitter, everyone's having a go at him, and rightly so. I don't know where his attitude came from.
From a personal point of view, as a player, you want to play all the matches, you want to be involved. Getting subbed on then taken off in football culture, if you're not injured, there's always like a gist behind it that for a manager to take you off.
Yeah.
After bringing you on as a sub, that means you must have done something.
Yeah, I mean, actually, my bad, because he didn't actually play that well. Like, in terms of key passes he made 0, according to the Sofa score. 100% pass accuracy, though, but what he was doing with those passes weren't effective. His heat map as well, it was just very on the wing, which is different to how he was at Everton. Yeah.
That's the coming central.
Yeah, exactly. So
score deflected goals, as I always say.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but I think the key thing I want to talk about in this game is Newcastle and top 4. Will top 4 be more likely for them to get now? Because I have them as top 4 contenders. Finishers, sorry. I think they'll finish in the top 4 alongside United, City and Arsenal. And I just think it's more there for them now than it ever was. I don't know how you feel about the top 4 race.
It's definitely in their hands. I feel their project was fast-tracked.
Yes.
They didn't think they were going to... I don't think they thought they were going to get here.
I don't think anyone realised how much Eddie Howe has changed as a manager now, especially learning under Diego Simeone the defensive, like, dark arts of Simeone and Atletico Madrid, how well they've been doing. And I think...
Well, they have like a connection. Did he...
Eddie Howe, when he got sacked from Bournemouth, he went over to Atletico Madrid to sort of learn under Diego Simeone.
He wasn't part of the coaching
stuff. He wasn't part of the coaching stuff. He was there sort of in the background, just learning, understanding.
Really?
Yeah, that's how he was.
I thought it was like a quick week. I didn't know he actually...
I think he was there for a while. I'm not sure how long it was
there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, which is why Trippier came to Newcastle.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So he was there to sort of learn and whatnot, and I think it paid off. It really did pay off. So well done to Eddie Howe. Well done to Newcastle for getting this project started quickly.
They don't need to worry about money next season.
100%.
If they get into Europe, they can start battling for players with the likes of City, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, because everybody be like, okay, I could easily go to Newcastle, then the Champions League, and they're going to pay me well.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true.
Bro, it's a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer. Next game we're going to move on to
Shout out to Ivan Toney, sorry. Even though God knows when you get banned whenever you play ball.
When is this ban coming into place? Everyone knows it's happened. It's all out there. The bets are out there.
They need to get out quickly before he starts costing people points. You know what I'm saying?
It's so weird.
He's got 18 goals this season. He's having a Darren Bent season.
Oh, really? Wow.
Darren Bent, because I remember a time Darren Bent when he was playing
Villa
for
or Sunderland. Sunderland was peak later on.
Sunderland.
It must have been Villa.
Did he really
Villa was his
for
peak hit. That and Tottenham. He went from Tottenham to Villa. That sort of.
I remember he scored a few goals for. Did he play for Leicester?
No, not that I know of.
But I know he scored 18 goals in the Prem once. He's having a sort of like a Darren Bent. And Darren Bent was part of the 100 club, so let's never get twisted. He was a sharpshooter.
He was.
But shout out to you, Tony. Like, I still feel you should play for Jamaica, but
that's another that's another story for another day.
That's another story for another day.
Exactly. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. 2-0 it finished to Aston Villa. Again, Unai Emery just getting the team doing his thing. He is.
Strolling along.
That's a nice quick one. Fulham versus West Ham. Now, this is a surprise because Fulham were doing really well and then until the last couple of games, they're starting to drop off. West Ham won 1-0. It was a goal goals were from Ollie Watkins and Traore.
No, you mixed it up.
Was that?
You're talking about Aston Villa now.
Oh my God, yeah, sorry. Why am I on them? Sorry, West Ham goal scorer. That's fine. West Ham goal scorer. Harrison Reed own goal. It was a Harrison Reed own goal. So a bit of luck maybe on their part, but West Ham, they need all the points they can now because it's tough. David Moyes, I don't know whether he'll have a job at the end of the season. I think this is another football club that's going to have a little manager merry-go-round. Whether Graham Potter now starts looking at these sorts of clubs, we'll get into it a bit more deeper.
Graham Potter, Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, exactly. You got some managers that are around that are pretty decent and can do something for these sort of relegation fighting clubs for next season to really push on, especially with West Ham when you've got loads of good players. You've got loads of good players out there. So,
I think Fulham have checked out of this Premier League season.
Yeah, I think now that they're safe, they're secure because no one was expecting this sort of performance.
They don't care anymore.
Yeah, the foot's on the brakes now. The foot is on the brake.
They got eliminated from the FA Cup and they were like, you know what?
There's nothing to play for.
Let's have a rest. Have a rest.
This is the thing though. They could still get they're 10th currently, but they still could be in the running for a place in the Conference League or in the Europa League still.
Put a few string of wins together,
Yeah, like 39 points they're on. They really have dropped off compared to where Brentford are. They're the next closest to him on 43 points. So they have dropped off a little bit, but it's still there. 6 games to go now, I believe. So, yeah, who knows? 6 games, something like that.
8.
Is it 8?
8.
All right, my bad. 8 games to go then.
It's our 30th match.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right, yeah. No, true. That is 8 games to go.
6 weeks to go.
That is true. Exactly that. Next game, and we might need to call 999 because there was a robbery in this game. Tottenham versus Brighton.
Damn.
You guys are so lucky that the referee was just blind to the stomping what Romero did. Yeah. And what did I say about Romero? Clumsy guy, and he does clumsy things. Why isn't VAR picking this player up more often now? Why is he not being looked at in more depth? Like Granit Xhaka was getting looked at. Right, like it doesn't make no sense for me.
Man, ever since Howard Webb came in to the refereeing committee or whatever, VAR has been shambolic.
It's been terrible.
I mean, 2 seasons ago, VAR was actually helping.
Yeah.
VAR was making wrong decisions right. Once in a while, it'll get it wrong. But now, VAR is getting it wrong all the time.
It's so like, wrong the way it's being used as well.
This isn't anything to do with Tottenham. I'm not going to blame Tottenham because the referees are the one that make decisions. But I feel as football fans, we need to be pissed off at this because if this is happening... these are glaring chances right now. These are glaring chances. Like, if you want to dissect the match incident by incident, the first one was they said Mitoma handballed.
Oh, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair handball.
I don't think so.
I think that's understandable to give because when his arm is out like that and the ball is controlled the way it does, it was around here. It was a bit It was more towards the arm. It was more towards the arm. I agree with that being like that.
But the thing is with that, there's no consistency with that as well because there's so many people that it's hit them like that and they've not given handball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's like, which one is it? Which one is it?
I think that was a handball, but I do think the penalty, it should have been a penalty.
Definitely.
Like that last thing, it should have been a penalty.
He got stamped.
100%. Like, I don't understand in what era of football you're playing in, because that in every era is still a penalty.
There was contact. He stepped on him. He stopped.
It was heavy contact as well.
I want to know the reason why they didn't give it as a penalty. They need to get mic'd up.
They need to. Why
wasn't it given as a penalty?
Do comments. Give us a comment as to why you've done that decision. I'm starting to agree on that.
There's no reason. I've been thinking, and I'm thinking, okay, if I was an unreasonable person, that I lacked a lot of common sense, how would I say that is not a penalty?
Yeah.
So what would I say if I lacked common sense? Let's say sense was chasing me, but I was really, really fast. So sense never caught me. How will I explain that?
It's tough.
Bro, I'm thinking there was contact. It's there. Slow motion, you see it. Fast motion, you see it. Normal motion, you see it.
It's just dive, it's so clear. It's so clear.
Bro, and then they come out to apologize. I don't need your apology.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, exactly. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And like statistically, Brighton were dominant. Expected goals had them at 1.43, which like they were putting their chances away. Tottenham were getting lucky. Their XG was 0.83.
So
their two goals, like Son's was a ridiculous goal. It's a good goal to get him into the 100 club. Really well done to him for getting in there.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah. And
when you think about
first Asian player to be in the 100 club.
Getting into the 100 club ain't a joke, number one.
It's not.
Number two, Son's a winger. Yeah.
And like him, imagine a winger getting in the 100s.
When did he join Tottenham?
2015, 14,
bro, he's
something like that.
So it took him like 7-ish years.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's a clinical player.
Again, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. There are a couple players that are way better than him that didn't get into the 100 club.
Yeah, no, exactly. But going back to my point, that goal that he scored, that's just a long range shot. Like that's one of them goals that it's either in or it's not. That and the XG would probably have that low anyway. That wouldn't have affected if it was a miss. It wouldn't like bump up the XG. And then I didn't see the second goal. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the second goal. I've forgotten the second goal. I don't remember it. Do you? Harry Kane goal. Header. Saying Harry Kane reminds me of it.
I don't really concentrate on Tottenham, so.
But yeah, I remember. But yeah, Harry Kane, like that was more of a goal compared to. So they were very like not lucky, but Son just struck it really well, and it just fell perfectly to him. So yeah, it's just one of them ones where the chances that were coming to Brighton weren't just getting.
It weren't
taken either, and sometimes you need a bit of luck.
You need it. All I have to say to Tottenham fans is that. Yes, the referee decision went your way, but it was bad refereeing decisions. And remember, these things will go against you one day.
Yeah, they do come around. They come around.
It comes around. You get some, you lose some. So you having yours now, maybe you got a bit too early. Because when it comes to bite you, that's why as football fans, we need to kick against it. Yeah. Because it's not a thing of, my team got it. Like, your team's not going to get it all the time.
Exactly. Well, currently they're in 5th place. They're 3 points behind Man United. So they need all the luck they can get as well. If you're a Tottenham fan, you're not looking at this and sort of caring about they don't care. But
they don't care, man.
Yeah, it's just one of them ones. It's weird. But yeah, it is what it is.
What do you think? Oh, did you watch the match?
A little bit of it,
What do you think De Zerbi was telling?
Yes, they got sent off after that conversation, innit? Yeah, I don't know. He definitely said, you got lucky, know your place.
Mad.
Do not like...
I think he said you're a snake. You should have left with Conte. If Conte was really your boy, you should have left with him.
Yeah.
Why I think that's what he said.
Maybe, actually.
They're both Italian, right?
Yeah, they are. So they're talking passionately, man. They're talking passionately. They're getting aggressive towards each other.
And Tottenham guys like, what are you talking about, bro?
Exactly.
You don't know me.
I just think he got aggressive and he was just saying stuff like, you got lucky today. Don't think you played well and stuff like. Don't start giving it. I reckon he said stuff like that.
Yeah, and the Tottenham guy would be like, "Yeah, but you lost that. You took it out. You took it out.
Exactly.
Don't talk to me
then
like
they both get sent off.
Yeah, because imagine you played well and you don't win the match, and someone's telling you at the end of the day, I got the 3 points.
It's so true. It's so true.
Don't matter. You played well. It's all about the 3 points.
Exactly. Facts. Moving on. We'll move on now to Leicester City versus Bournemouth. 1-0 win for Bournemouth. Really good win. Marcus Tavernier
Yeah.
with the goal. Leicester are just looking more and more down in the dumps.
Both scored this weekend.
Yeah,
Crazy.
well done to them. But it's looking more and more dire for Leicester City now, because they're getting closer and closer to the relegation. If not, they might be in it, I think. Yeah, they are. They're 19th. They're 19th in the relegation battle. They've got no manager. Like, who do you appoint as manager to get them out of this issue?
No one. Just get the caretaker to round it up. It's done.
So
deal.
keep the caretaker right now.
It's a done deal.
Wow.
No
so
one's
not
doing
even
nothing.
a Graham Potter right now, or
Nothing can
like a
change
Hasenhuttl or something.
Nothing can change it. There's too
Really?
little time. They should just go with the caretakers and let the players try and do something. Because right now, I think the players have checked out, and everybody's got particular players they have on their shopping list.
Yeah.
Okay, for Leicester. And that's it. The Leicester players aren't playing. They're not playing football.
Leicester got a very good players in there that can make a move. Yuri Tielemans, he's a free agent anyway. Soyuncu, he's already gone to Atletico Madrid. Maddison, his head is already probably gone. I don't know if you saw the press conference after the game where
what did he say?
The interviewer said, "How, as the captain, how would you get these guys back in track? Like, how'd you get them focused and stuff like that?" And he just looked fed up. He just went, like we'll just focus.
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
Mentality-wise,
I think he's gone. His head is gone.
They're getting relegated.
They are. They're 100%.
It's looking long for them.
I honestly agree with that as well, because
they're losing from home. And they've got Man City next in the league.
Yeah, it's tough.
Boy.
Being Leicester City right now is tough.
Boy, that could be an assault.
Yeah. And there was a report that came out about Brendan Rodgers after he got sacked. In an interview, he said, if I was still the manager of Leicester City, I'm trying not to laugh while I say it. If I was still manager of Leicester City, I would keep Leicester City up. That's what he said.
He's got a point.
What's his point?
I hear what he's saying.
What's his point? Go on.
I hear what he's saying.
Go on.
I understand where he's coming from, because he feels that the players, he can talk to them. They've been fifth before. They've been pushing. I think he understands what he's trying. I understand what he's fully trying to say, that I can get them there. It's just a thing of, because we're losing, you think I can't get them there.
But the thing is, like, the mentality of this team's already gone.
That's what I'm saying. They were better off leaving him to the end of this. Because who they're going to get now? If they haven't got someone else now already, what's the point of sacking Brendan? You might as well put Brendan there.
But if Brendan's there and he stays till the end of the season, then the question's going to come, like, why didn't we sack him earlier?
Look at him now. They've sacked him earlier now. Where's the replacement? They need a replacement ASAP.
I reckon Graham Potter comes in.
Potter's
coming in.
Potter said he's going to take a break from football. Number one, because if Potter gets a job now, he doesn't get many of the money from Chelsea.
Oh, really?
He gets off Chelsea's payroll.
So he's trying to get that 50 mil and then
he's trying to get a bit. He's trying to get a bit.
Yeah.
He has no business in Leicester at the moment. And the caretaker take care of it. Only person that I could advise them to get, who may not be willing to go, because he's quite old now, Big Sam. Get Big Sam in.
He hasn't been around for a while now, but I think
Big Sam
Leicester needs someone like a Big Sam.
Try what West Brom tried.
Patrick Vieira,
2
maybe.
seasons ago. Patrick needs a pre-season.
He does. He's not someone that can come in and change it.
He's the type of manager that give him a pre-season.
Yeah.
Get him the players he needs.
And then he'll get you cooking.
But right now, they need a relegation specialist. All I'm thinking of is Sam. Big Sam. Redknapp's, I think Redknapp's retired. He's not really
no, he doesn't.
Who else? I'm thinking of relegation specialists that they'll come in.
There's not many around like that either. There's not many managers.
Lampard's taken already because he's a quote-unquote relegation specialist.
We'll talk about Lampard in a minute.
But I don't know.
We're saving that.
I think if I wasn't really busy, I could do it.
You want to take yourself to Leicester?
I got my FM credentials. Like, I've never been relegated.
You will still.
I've never been relegated. I know the ins and outs. Like, I could. All they need. Let me not even say too much. But Leicester, if you need me, like, come through. I'll save you.
DM us on TikTok and Instagram.
I'll save you. Definitely. I'll save you. Save you. Bro, you could even do it and I'll be your assistant. We've got vast experience. We could do a madness.
FM only does a bit.
We could do
but
a
if Will still came through from FM, then maybe there's a place for us.
There is.
Maybe there is.
Definitely.
Okay, moving on. Wolves versus Chelsea. Well done, Wolves. You beat a big team today, so we can't speak about you.
We have to talk about you.
That's what we're talking about, yeah? Exactly. This is what we were expecting, and now you've done it. Yeah. So welcome to the big leagues. 1-0 against Chelsea. Frank Lampard's first game back in charge of Chelsea. It was such a curveball seeing him in the press conference because I wasn't expecting him to be there.
Enrique Pochettino. What?
Well, they're getting interviewed, but they're getting interviewed for the summer because I think what the board have realised is this season is over. Like, there's no need to worry about this season now. The only thing they need to worry about is sort of securing as good as a position they can and then doing it as well as they can in the Champions League. And who better than Frank Lampard, who knows the Champions League for Chelsea? But obviously, as a manager, he hasn't done it. As a player, he has. But we'll see. We'll see what he does against Real Madrid. We'll see how Carlo Ancelotti's eyebrows get raising.
Working.
Yeah, exactly. When they start moving, Chelsea
2-1, 3-1,
Chelsea are going to be stuck.
Boy, I think Chelsea made the wrong decision getting Lampard.
100%.
I don't know where they're heading. Because if they are going to get a new manager in the summer, why didn't they just get the new manager now so that he can gel with the team, and then when it gets to preseason, he knows what's going on. That's true as well,
because Luis Enrique, Julian Nagelsmann, Maurizio Pochettino, these are the big three.
What's the way forward?
These are the big three that are being spoken about as the next Chelsea manager. They are all free right now. So even if they wanted to come in for pre-season, have a fresh start, let them start early. Let them see where the cracks are in that team. And then in pre-season, they're actually pre-prepared to make changes to the squad as they need it.
Fat Frank doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I know. So I want to ask you the question about Chelsea. Who would you appoint as the Chelsea manager? So we've done the Man United striker. So I'm going to ask you as part of the Chelsea. You still saying Jose Mourinho?
Jose trilogy, bro.
Nah,
Wrap it up.
No. I still think Luis Enrique.
Jose trilogy.
No. They can't do that again. You can't go back to someone that let you down for the second time.
They went to Lampard. He's going to let them down for the second time. Yeah, of course,
but at least he's short term. At least they've told him, look, we are not thinking about you in the long term.
I don't even know why I'm so baffled.
No, I'm so baffled as well. I didn't think I'd see Lampard back in the Prem for a while.
And he brought Ashley Cole with him as well.
I thought he'd be in the Championship or something, making his trade there still.
Fat Frank has lost it, bro.
Oh, mate. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, fair enough. We can move on now. Actually, we said we're going to speak about Wolves, so let's speak about Wolves.
Great goal by
very good goal by Nunes. A player that is apparently getting linked to being moved to Liverpool as well in the summer, even though he signed this season, which is a bit weird. I think they're a very good, they're a solid side. Lopetegui has them in 13th now. They're doing well. I don't think they should worry about relegation as much as other sides.
Just be consistent.
Exactly. That's all they got to be, really.
Buy a striker.
And a winger. Because Adama Traore is not the one.
Consistent.
Yes, exactly. And I just think...
No Vaseline, no party.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he didn't play today, but they do need...
because there's no Vaseline.
They still need to sort it out. They still need to sort out that team because there's a lot more to do in that squad.
Sort out the team.
Yes, definitely.
Get the Portuguese out of there.
And bring the Spanish now. Now you got a Spanish manager. Bring a Spaniard cohort, innit?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Get Cody out of there.
Yes, true. Very true. Okay, we can move on to a team hunting you. Manchester City.
Oh, yeah, they
4-1 versus Southampton. I think everyone, if you were to put a bet on Man City winning, you would have put it on. You would have put on them scoring more than 2 goals, whatever that is. I don't bet.
2.5.
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
Over 2.5.
Yeah,
over
against
1.
Southampton,
5,
they would always do it. And this 2 goals by Haaland, I believe it is, puts him in the 30s now. He's only 3 goals away from beating Salah's record.
Only 3 goals from not being a flop.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that because do you take it back now? You must take it back now, surely. That Haaland isn't a flop.
Of course, he's not a flop. People that took that literally, they're on my neck, and I'm like, bro, how can you take that literally? What I was trying to make the point case in that, since he's gotten this amount of goals now, he has no reason not to break the record. So it was more of like a pressure on him. You have to break the record.
He has
now.
To.
Me just saying that if he doesn't break a record, it's a flop. It's just added pressure. If you took that literally, that he's a flop. Come on, bro. Like, relax.
True.
Like, I understand it. I understand. Like, the way I presented it, I tried to make people see that you are on this amount of goals with this games played. You have no reason now not to.
Oh, he definitely
not to break it.
I think the question now becomes when he breaks it, how much does he break it with? Like, what's his goal?
Does he get to 40? Does he break it by one?
Does he do
but
it?
Then again, if he doesn't break it, how will he feel as a player? I think he should look at it like this. If he doesn't break it and they win the league, he wouldn't mind. But if he doesn't break it and they don't win the league, problem.
Okay.
If he breaks it and they don't win the league, for his own self-satisfaction, he's like, okay, cool. But it's all how it depends on perspectives. You get what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Depends on perspective. But at the end of the day, he needs to break it. Record is what, 34, right?
32. We've gone through this. 34 is the 28 game season. Since the 20 game season, it's 32. Mohamed Salah. So that's what it is. So, yeah. And KDB actually joins the 100 club as well. We've had 2 people join 100 clubs. He joins the 100 clubs for the assists he's made throughout the Premier League era. Where does this put him now in your best all-time Premier League? Where do you put him?
Well, even though he got to the 100 assists before Fabregas, he's not a better player than Fabregas.
Do you not think so?
KDB is not a better player than Fabregas.
Why not?
KDB is not a better player than Fabregas.
No, he is.
Fabregas
I think KDB is.
Fabregas has played at the top levels.
Yeah, but so is KDB, but it's just dependent on the teams.
I'm not talking about spamming crosses here. I'm talking about playing football, bro. I'm talking about assists. Assists.
But KDB can do
assists. KDB, bro, you remember Fabregas started off as a defensive midfielder.
15.
He started off as a defensive midfielder, then he moved up and he was the captain of the
But KDB
is good.
The way he controls that team, he is good. He is the stonewall in that midfield. He is the reason that Man City's heart is beating still. He's going through all of the teams. He's just doing really well. The amount of progressive passes he does, the key passes he does.
If he's not better than Fabregas in my books,
So all right,
how is he going to be better than people like Patrick Vieira or Roy Keane? Bro, look at them. They don't do it. Like, bro.
Who is your top... Okay, let me ask you this question then. Who is your top 5 Premier League midfielders?
Midfielders, bro. Forget morals now. Forget morals. If we're being brutally honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Ryan Giggs is a winger, so midfield.
I'm not counting him. I'm saying centre mids. Pure centre mids.
Patrick is there.
Okay.
Roy Keane has to be there. These are...
Are you doing this in an order or are you just giving...
I'm just giving you names.
Okay, go on then. Yeah, all right, them two.
Fabregas is going to be there. David Silva's going to be there.
All right, who's your last one then?
Bro, I could say Yaya.
That's a mistake.
That's a problem. Yaya.
Where's Lampard? Where's Gerrard?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not giving me
Scholes?
time. You're not giving me time to actually land it.
All right, go on.
You're not giving me time, innit?
Sorry, go on then.
Out of all the players we've named now, which ones are not as good as KDB? Out of all the players we've just named now.
Who isn't as good as KDB?
Yeah.
Well, Fabregas. KDB's better than Fabregas. Okay. Who else did you say? KDB.
I said I said David Silva.
Exactly. KDB or David Silva. I think Man City fans would even debate it between themselves, but I think KDB edges it over David Silva.
Okay.
For me personally, them. He's better than them two.
All right.
Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira. I'll give it to you.
Lampard.
No. Lampard's better than De Bruyne, I think.
Yaya.
Yeah. Huh? Yaya.
Is KDB better than Yaya?
No, not Yaya. Yaya's elite.
So KDB possibly is like the 4th best midfielder. Ish.
Yeah, in my midfield, my top 5 midfields, I'm doing this in any order as well.
Go on.
I'm going with Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, Lampard, Gerrard, and Kevin De Bruyne probably.
Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Based on
Stevie G. Just as players. Like,
I'm not talking about
how important they were for their teams.
I'm not talking about who slips the most. I'm talking about...
I know you're not.
I'm not talking about players, yeah? I'm talking about players. I'm talking about players, innit?
Yeah, no, I know. But the way Gerrard used to just grab the games by the neck and just
I give him that.
Get Liverpool going, like, he was really good. He was really good. Like, I don't think anyone compares to how Gerrard used to just control games for Liverpool.
I give him that, but all right. We agree to disagree. At the end of the day, he's got his 100 assists.
Yeah, well done. I think he's going to reach 130 probably. I don't know what the record is, but It's
Ryan Giggs.
1-4-1.
Is that Ryan Giggs?
Yeah, 1-4-1, I think it is.
He was immense.
Yeah.
Shit human being, but he was immense.
What he done to his brother was
dirty. He
dirty.
started off as a winger.
Yeah.
And then he slowly moved and transitioned into a central attacking midfielder. And the passes, he was,
Yeah, he was a player. He was a good player.
He was doing all sorts, bro.
Yeah, no, he was a really good player.
The goals.
Yeah.
Home, away and in bed.
Yeah. It's so true. Ask his brother, he will know. Anyways, moving on. We are going on to Leeds versus Crystal Palace.
Yeah. Boy.
Crystal Palace turned up in the second half. 5-1 to Crystal Palace.
Boy.
Leeds looked lost.
First half, Leeds could have scored 5 goals.
They should have. I thought Leeds were gonna easily do well today.
They could have given Roy Hodgson early grave, bro. They were gonna wrap it up.
They looked like they were going to, because they controlled the midfield really well. They were making the defense of Crystal Palace stretch as well. He and Anderson didn't really look that good in the first half.
They were confused.
They were very confused. And I think the way. I don't really like Joe Ward as a Joe Ward, is that his name? At right back? Ward. Yeah, I don't think he's that good of a right back. He keeps getting found out. He keeps getting found out against the bench. Like any winger in the Premier League now. You don't have to be quick anymore. Yeah, as long as you're good. As long as you're a standard winger in the Premier League, you're getting past Crystal Palace's right back. I think that's a big issue. But
normally who is there, right? Because I know Mitchell's on the left, right?
Yeah, and Tyreek Mitchell's on the left.
Normally on the right.
They don't really have one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
they had Nathaniel Klein once.
Yeah, he's still there. He came on in the second half today. Nathaniel Klein in the 87th minute, but there's no one else really. They need to look at maybe someone to buy in that position. Players, yeah. I think that's what they need to do. But in the second half, they really did turn up. Crystal Palace. They put the game to Leeds this time, rather because they're the away team. I think they put it off a little bit. They sort of put the pedal off, and then second half they turn up. They just realised this is Leeds. Like, we can do this.
They scored two in 2 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Eze and Ayew, I think it was.
Bro, they rolled past them.
Oh, 100%. Really
psychologically, that's a big win.
That is a big win. Especially
you're beating one of your relegation.
Exactly. That's
5-1.
what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Boy.
It's tough. It's tough out here. It's not wrong. The last game we move on to.
Fresh.
Yeah, fresh. I can feel the heat. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit toasty in it because of your head. Liverpool versus Arsenal, 2-2. I want to let you start it off because obviously this is your team. I think it's only fair if you start it. So I'll leave the stage to you.
Boy, I thought we had that game wrapped up. Scored 2 goals in the first half. I tweeted I wanted 5 for all the disrespect Liverpool have done to us in the past.
You haven't won there since 2012 either, and I thought after that first 2 goals went in, I thought, do you know what? Today might be the day.
2012,
like against Brighton, you never beat them, and then you beat that record this season.
You know who the man of the match was in that match? Just to show how long ago 2012 was.
Mikel Arteta.
Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah, of course, the masterclass.
He was the man of the match in that match.
I remember you saying this. Yeah,
that was the season or the year London hosted the Olympics, bro. Do you see how long ago that was?
That seems so long ago, man.
Seems so long
11
ago.
years. That's mad.
Boy, anywho, the game was going.
You don't know what to say because you're fuming.
The game was going on. We took control of the game.
Yeah.
Then got to the 37th minute. It was still 2-0. Then Xhaka just decided he wanted
he wants all the smoke.
He wants all the smoke with Trent. And the thing is with Trent, when there's no pregnant women about, he can get a bit mad as well. So,
but I think in the first half, I'll just step in for a minute.
Yeah.
In the first half, Liverpool were really protecting Trent because I don't know if you realise he was playing a lot more centrally.
He had to because Martinelli had him on strings.
Oh, 100%.
Martinelli had him on strings.
Martinelli had him going inside and out.
Martinelli didn't even need to do any skills. He just run past him.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's all Martinelli does though. That is his game plan. That's all he does. He does just run past him.
I mean, first half we had a great game. Jesus was playing wonderful football. We're passing the ball around. Partey had a wonderful game. First half, we were doing everything that was right. We were dominating. We were playing like we're the champions. No one can chat to us. But then as Xhaka got emotional and the Anfield crowd got emotional and the old men with half a dozen teeth in their mouth started making noise, then the game changed. Then they got a scrappy goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, come on. Still, I was still like, okay, we still got this. And
the amount of times the broadcasters had to say, I'm sorry for the foul language. That's how heated Liverpool
Bro, they were pissed off. We were playing them off the park.
I couldn't believe it, though.
They were playing them
Where was this noise against Man? Like, they weren't this loud against Man United.
No, they only get gassed when there's like a fight going on or something else. Someone says, come on.
Yeah.
That's the only time they get gassed. We had silenced them. They were not doing nothing. They weren't even singing We'll Never Walk Alone. That's how quiet they were. We were like, yo, we've got this game wrapped up. Then we let them in with the first goal. Then they started. Then they wanted to rush us. Then they were just doing long balls, trying to get in the box, trying to cause confusion.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, ball will always prevail. Like, you guys aren't playing football. Tactically, we're better than you. We're better football inside than you. The only way you're going to get something from this season,
yeah.
Yes, the only way we're going to get away with something is if we commit an error or we lose our heads. And we were losing our heads.
You lost your heads in the second half.
Bro, the ref wasn't blowing for so many things. And we didn't get it through our heads that he's not blowing. That's the mistake.
He's letting everything go, and I think that's fair enough because it's a big game. So you have to let the game flow.
But when we tried a bit of pressure on them, we put a leg in, we stick a leg. Foul.
Rob Holding's penalty.
No penalty for
Salah's miss. Penalty.
It's not a penalty for me, but I understand why the referee gave it.
Yeah, contact.
Jota was waiting.
Yeah.
And that's why Salah missed it, because it wasn't really a penalty. Are you sure Salah's fasting? Bro, are you sure he's fasting? Because personally, if you're on your deen and you fast and you've prayed, you're not missing that.
Yeah. It's the most holy month of the year.
You're not missing that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be missing stuff
You're
like that.
not missing that, bro. I think currently then, he wouldn't have broken his fast if he was fasting. You're not missing that. And he missed it. That's it. That tells a lot.
He should fast till tomorrow
now.
now.
Lot, bro.
He should fast till tomorrow to make it up for
That tells a lot. So when they missed the penalty, I said, it's destiny now. We've got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We've got to wrap this up. Then we just invited pressure on us.
I think Mikel Arteta invited pressure with the substitutions he made.
He put on number 15.
Bring on Kiwior. Kiwior. Yeah, Kiwior, yeah.
That guy has only played, I've only seen him in one Premier League match, and that was against Crystal Palace. Anfield is not Crystal Palace.
He's only made 3 appearances, if I'm not, for Arsenal.
Anfield is not Crystal Palace. When it was 2-1 and the game was getting feisty, I saw Fabio Vieira on the bench like this, because he knew he's not stepping into this kind of game. I saw Jorginho didn't even take off his coat. They told Jorginho to warm up. He said, nah, this ain't my game. I'm going to get ran over.
Yeah, he would, because that midfield was aggressive. Fabinho and Henderson in that midfield, they were going in at them.
Ham.
They were.
And Xhaka and Partey had to meet them pound for pound.
Yeah, they had to. It
wasn't an easy game.
It was like Stone Cold, like DX versus Stone Cold.
They were stretching legs. Like, imagine you get the ball off someone and 1 second later, you see a big black leg trying to get off you, and then another second leg on another leg. You're like, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody was just on it.
It was a carnage. The midfield was carnage.
Bro, that midfield battle was crazy. Yeah,
that was. I want to say thank you to both these. Both these teams put on a really good spectacle. It was really.
You see Partey saying, "Uncle's like, yeah, what's going on? Yeah," and then you see Henderson like, "You're right, lads." Like, what? Are you sick?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Then you got Xhaka, that guy's a warlord. He's trying to fight. Then you got Fabinho from the favelas, bald skinhead. Wait, look, you're not understanding. He's a skinhead and he's Brazilian.
Yeah.
Are you deep in it?
No.
He's a skinhead. And how many skinhead Brazilians do you know? And they're always on crud. Roberto Carlos.
Adriano.
They're always on crud.
Yeah,
they're always on crud.
Yeah.
He came from, bro, what a midfield. But anyway,
fair enough.
You got taken off. You made the wrong decision. Jesus shouldn't have come off.
No, I agree.
How are you taking off Jesus on Easter, bro? Although, yes, he scored from a cross. I get it.
It was a very good goal, by the way.
He scored from a cross.
It was give him his flowers, because that was a really good goal.
It was a wonderful goal.
Virgil van Dijk didn't know what was happening behind him. I'm surprised. I was very surprised. Yeah, I was very surprised.
Then he took him off. How are you taking... Oh, bro, we took Jesus off, yeah.
Saka was still on, and Saka didn't really do anything.
Poor game. Starboy had a poor game, which will happen from time to time because he saved off a lot. But I was expecting Trossard to come on for Saka.
I just want to give you some stats about Saka, which is actually surprised me now that I look at it. Yeah. Shots on target, 0.
Yeah.
Shots off target, 0.
Yeah, no
shots blocked, 0. He didn't take a shot at all.
Wasn't taking man on. I thought he was tired.
He dribbled and he successfully done 3 out of the 4 he did.
Yeah.
Which is all right. but his accurate passes was 20. And for a 69%, that is, like for a player of Saka's caliber to be in the 69% area, that's poor. That is poor from him.
What I would say about this Arsenal team is when one of them has a bad game, another one has a wonderful game. Martinelli had a wonderful game today.
Really good.
So he helped Saka in that aspect that, okay, you're having a bad game, I'll run things. Jesus as well. Like he always has a good game. So he said, okay, I'll run things. I think if Saka was on his game, it would have been more threatening on the attack.
I think there were moments where I actually said to the TV, shoot, because I actually thought he could do it. Yeah.
So many things. But then
I think the pressure got to him.
We had a chance just before they scored their goal, 85th minute. Gabriel free header.
Yes.
Landed right into the keeper's arms. I'm thinking that was our goal.
Yeah. It's true.
Liverpool go on. They go on.
And Ramsdale came to the rescue for you guys.
Before Ramsdale came to the rescue.
Yeah.
Trent megged Zinchenko.
Oh, yes.
And Zinchenko just started crying.
Is this why Man City sold you?
Why are you emotional. Crying, bro?
Yeah. Man needs his Pampers.
Russia hasn't done anything in a while against your country yet, bro.
I can't say anything.
They're in there.
I can't say anything.
Bro, why are you... This guy's a crying merchant, bro. Anytime he's done nonsense, or he just starts... I'm like, bro, why are you crying? Why were your legs open? Why? Bro, oh my God. And I remember telling my dad, I was like, bro, Zinchenko, one-on-one, this guy is rubbish.
He's not a defender.
I said, look at him. They did him nutmeg. Trent had a shit game.
Yeah.
Trent just nutmegged him, crossed it in, Firmino. And Firmino, when he scored... If I was, I'm a betting man, but if I wasn't even a bigger betting man, as soon as Firmino came in, commenting was like, hey, he's got the one of the best goal scoring records against Arsenal. He scored 10 goals against Arsenal.
Yeah.
In all his appearances. Robbie Fowler had 12 goals, so now he just scored 11 goals. Bro, he's just a free header.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was livid.
I think Trent had a better second half because they
had more possession.
Because they had more possession and he was playing further up the field. Like I think he did well. Like I don't think he had a shit game. Yeah,
he's not
saying he had a shit game is a bit harsh, but I think the second half he turned up and Zinchenko. I don't think this was his type of game. Kieran Tierney, I think a proper left back
at 2-1
would have done.
Take off Zinchenko. Zinchenko stayed on the pitch for too long. Put on Tierney, proper left back. He won't let him go past him like that. That was not even a flare nutmeg. It was a legs are open, bro.
It was a 5-a-side goal.
Yeah, them ones there. Yeah. Director will know a lot about that. Nutmegs, that's it. That's point and blank.
Yeah.
Neat nutmeg and that's it. They're 2-2. Then they had the audacity to actually try and win the game. Bro, what's Liverpool's position?
The confidence came.
What's Liverpool's position?
Oh, where they are in the league. They are 8th, sorry.
They don't need these 3 points. They don't need
these. Of course they do. Top 4.
They're not getting it. We've said that last episode.
It doesn't matter. Getting it. When the chances are still there. When the chances are still there. And if you're a big club like Liverpool, you will fight for top 4.
Hot because Klopp had no need for these 3 points. Then they started going for the win. Now let's talk about those saves. First one with Salah. Left foot, took a deflection.
He just had to die. He just died for it.
Before that, when it was still 2-1, Kivio came in,
smashed into Gakpo.
Smashed into Gakpo. Missed the ball completely. Gakpo gets the ball to Nunes, Nunes is one-on-one with Ramsdale. Ramsdale makes a save. That's the first warning. That's when everybody should have been like, shit, these guys are on to us.
Yeah.
Salah gets the ball now after they've scored the equaliser. Dribbles into the area, left foot, takes a deflection. Ramsdale saves it. I'm thinking, yo, the pressure is on. I'm literally shaking now. Like, oh my days. Like, we need to at least get a point. They come again. Trent chips it through to Nunes. Nunes heads it down. Kanute could have put anything on there. He decided to put his chest.
Yeah.
He could have put a head. He could have put his shit. He said, I'm Superman. You know he watches a lot of anime. Probably thought he's One Punch Man. He was like, Ramsdale had to time that perfectly because he could have parried it into what's his name? Kanute, and it could have come back straight in. Yeah, he had to take his time, parry. That was a wonderful save.
The amount of thinking he had to do to make the save. He had to where do I put my body?
Yeah.
Where do I have to put the ball?
And
all of that had to be thought about. Yeah, 100%.
And then
Ramsdale's saving you points this season.
That could have been a title-winning point. Then we went down the other end as soon as that happened.
And Saka turns...
It was Martinelli, Trossard, Saka.
Yeah, Saka
ball comes out. Saka passes it to Trossard. Hard ball, ping. So Trossard, as a quality player, he backheels it to Martinelli. Now, Saka's got a defender behind him who's running back, and he's got one defender in front of him, and there's one defender that's with Trossard. So essentially, it's like 3 against 3.
Yeah.
Martinelli has the chance to play the perfect ball in to Saka. Now, bearing in mind, Saka's had a bad game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Saka was even going to score if it got to him.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember the point
Martinelli I don't know how Martinelli didn't execute that, but I understand it's 90th minute intensity, but balls like that you're meant to get. He didn't even get it to Saka. It was over. Bro, I don't know how that was, bro, FIFA, that's a triangle through ball. Bang, you didn't even need to triangle it. You could have done an X. You didn't need to, oh my days. I was thinking, boy, if we had scored that, that would have been it. But
it should have been. There's
no ifs or buts in the title race.
You just got to move on now.
At the end of the day, we got a point.
Yeah.
Couple other people went to Anfield. They held 7. I'm not naming any names. They know themselves. Even City lost. We walked away with a point. Could have been more, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're still 6 points clear. Yeah.
Does this put the pressure on you now when it comes to the Etihad now?
As a fan, there's pressure on me. I'm like, shit, we have to go to Etihad and do something. But at the end of the day, we're top for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Man City, you have Champions League and FA Cups to worry about.
Yeah, true.
If they draw against Man City, against Bayern Munich in the first leg, which is at the Etihad, they're going to have to put a full-strength team in Germany. But then again, they're playing Leicester. After Leicester, they're playing Arsenal. I think we should try and beat them. If we don't beat them, get a draw. If we get a draw... Mate, we could do anything because it's in our hands, it's in their hands as well.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's true. So at the end of the day,
it's really coming down to the wire. I don't think it's going to be like Newcastle, like you said, but I think it's going to come to later on.
It's a title race. We're in it. This is what all Arsenal fans wanted, and we've got it.
And now you're here, so embrace it.
You have to embrace it. We have to embrace it. We're in it.
Yeah,
we're in it, and I think we're going to do it.
Exactly, that's true. And that rounds up our Premier League game week 30 roundup.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on now to the European stage. We're going to look at the Champions League.
Yeah, because we're getting...
Oh, yes, exactly. Like, no copyright intended.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at the top 3 strikers in Europe in the past couple of years.
Can you get the stats up, like highest Champions League scorers? You got that up?
I can. I can try.
Just so that I just want to be politically correct while we talk about this.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Because I know Ronaldo's 1, Messi's 2nd, but I want to see...
Raul's 3rd.
Raul's 3rd. I want to see how far one of these players is from. Go on.
So I got the top scorers up. Yeah. So
let's get into it.
We're going to look at the 3 strikers, and we're going to... should we do a start bench drop, or do you want to do a top 3, like 1 to 3?
Top 3.
Top 3? Okay.
Start bench.
I think we should do a start bench drop. I think that would be a bit more spicier.
All right, start bench drop. All right.
Okay. We'll do a start bench drop, okay?
So in the Champions League.
In the Champions League.
In the Champions League, people. Listen.
Yeah, this is specifically focused in the UEFA Champions League, okay? Yeah. And we're looking at 3 strikers who are just prolific within it. So the 3 strikers we're looking at is Karim Benzema, Robert Lewandowski, and Luis Suarez. Who do you start? Who do you bench? Who do you drop?
And your reasons why.
Exactly. I think I'll let you start off.
All right, before we get into the actually start bench job, let's look at each player individually.
Yeah, what they achieved in the Champions League.
Benzema's got 5 Champions Leagues.
Nuts. Back to back.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
How many goals does he have in the Champions League?
In the Champions League, he's behind
Lewandowski.
He is, he's got 148. No, what? No, sorry, 89. He's got 100. Yeah, I was going to say 148. 148 appearances, and he's got 89 goals. 80.
And this should be the current one, right?
Yeah. This is up to date.
89 goals.
Yeah.
89 goals, 5 Champions Leagues, and he's got Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
When it's time
He's class. He's a class. He's a class striker.
He's 1-1 without Ronaldo as well.
Everyone's come and gone as well.
He's 1-1 without
Yes,
Ronaldo.
he has. Everyone's come and gone as well in that Real Madrid team. Like all these world class players, and he's still the solid stick within that team. Like everything changes apart from him and Modric. By the looks of it,
getting better with fine wine.
Oh yeah, 100.
Comes clutch.
I didn't think with age this guy would be like this with age. Like he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant.
Boy, he's hitting the net at the right time. He just scored a hat trick against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey semi-final.
Yeah.
Like, he always hits his form at the right time.
100%.
That's him at the side. Then you got Lewandowski, won the Champions League once, and he's got more goals than Benzema in the Champions League. How many does he have?
He's only got 2 more. He's got 91 goals.
He's got 91 goals.
In 111 appearances, though. So in the less appearances, he's scored more goals than Benzema.
Most games or some games for bloody Dortmund. Yeah, so like he's been through it as well.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
When it comes to being clinical, he'll put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, this season as well, he started 5 games and I think he scored 5 as well. So he's
5 in 5.
Yeah, 5 in 5. He's doing really well this season in the Champions League too. He's playing really well.
Now
goals, yeah.
We'll go to
Luis Suarez.
Is he on that list? Is Luis Suarez on that list?
Suarez, I don't know if he is because he hasn't really been.
That's one thing that's going to count against him.
Yeah.
But what
he's not in the top 20.
What he lacks in goals makes for it in assists. This guy's got the most assists as a striker in the world, in the whole world. In the whole world.
That's nuts as well. As a striker.
As a striker.
You should be the goal scorer. You should be creating goals.
As a striker. No, he's the striker with the most assists. That's what I mean.
Oh, right.
He's the striker with the most assists.
Oh, wow. That's actually nuts.
He's crazy. He's got 1 Champions League and he played it out with MSN. And I think...
that trio was crazy as well. Like, when you look at MSN, that's probably one of the best trios to ever exist, I think. And even like when they were doing well with... like... They won the treble as well that season, I think, as well, when they won the Champions League. They done the treble. Like, he's vital to... He was vital to Barcelona.
David Luiz.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
He is one of those standout... I mean, as a human being, he may be shit. But he's one of those players. He's a standout player.
Yeah.
He's a standout player.
He is a standout, yeah.
So when it comes to top 3 strikers now,
who you starting, who you benching, who you dropping?
Boy...
It's tough.
It's a tough one.
I think I have mine.
I have mine that I know who's going to be dropped.
Okay.
Lewandowski's getting dropped.
Oh.
Lewandowski's getting dropped.
I have Suarez getting dropped.
I got Lewandowski getting dropped. Now it's now, who am I starting? Suarez?
Benzema. Benzema. It's Benzema.
I think at this moment in time...
Actually, no.
I can start Benzema in the Champions League and I can have Suarez on the bench.
We're doing Champions League. It's got to be Benzema for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's got to be Benzema. You start Benzema.
Have him starting and have Suarez on the bench.
Okay, so your start bench drop is start Benzema, benching Suarez, and you're dropping Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I would switch Suarez and Lewandowski personally. I'm starting Benzema. I am benching Lewandowski and I'm going to drop Suarez. Right. I think Suarez is a world-class. Like all 3 of these strikers are world-class players. I don't think there's much wrong they can do, like in terms of like who you would choose. But I just feel like with Lewandowski and Benzema, you are guaranteed goals all the time. You're like, you put the ball to them in any way, shape or form. They're finding a way to get that ball in the back of the net. It doesn't matter how. They're finding that net. It doesn't matter.
I think because Suarez is more of a complete forward.
Yeah.
If he's not giving you goals, he's giving you something.
Yeah, that does make him
If Leo and Benzema aren't giving you goals,
they can't really...
It's kind of difficult.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
I can understand why people might put Suarez on the start.
If Benzema's not giving you goals, he's probably blackmailing someone. If Lewandowski's not giving you goals, he's probably doing TikTok dances. And if Suarez is not giving you goals and assists, well, you know what he'll be giving you.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. That wraps up our episode 10, I believe, of our podcast. So we're already on 10. It's nuts how well we're doing. Yeah, it's already 10. Damn. It's crazy, isn't it?
I thought it was like 9.
Exactly.
10.
And if you're still watching from here and out, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe on all of our socials. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials as well.
Facts.
We're doing really well on the TikTok. Our followers have gone up really big.
Yeah.
Instagram as well. We just want to keep those numbers going up and up.
That's what we need.
Exactly. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Make sure you watch us on there too. And
listen to us on it.
Yeah, listen to us. Sorry. Well, you can watch us on Spotify as well. And
If you wanted to.
peace.
Peace.